So tonight's theme is starting over, and as a last-minute MC, I don't have any like super great so here's my story about starting over to get us started. I just know that starting over is usually what follows this oh crap, things didn't go how I wanted them to go. What I love about starting over stories is that they're the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, all right, okay. We didn't get stuck there at the door closing. We get to move forward.
I had grown up in the Methodist Church. My parents took me to Sunday school, and I was in high school. I went to the youth group pretty much every Sunday. But like a lot of young guys, when you get out of high school, you sort of say, bye. See you sometime, maybe.
So summer came. I was miserable. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I still no idea. Every point until this, in my life, I knew I drive. I knew I wanted to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Now, where am I going to go?
My mother, ever the ingenious entrepreneur, told me if I would sit with her when she was doing the laundry and I would fold the pillowcases, because you can do that at that age, right? I could earn like 3 or 4 cents per pillowcase. But because I was so young, math was not my strong point, so I didn't realize how long it was going to take me. And my cousins all had their decoder rings and they would not share. So I decided that I could make the money in the future. I would promise to fold the pillowcases, but I could take the dollar out of my mother's wallet now.
I'm struggling with the spiritual piece, trying to get that just right, because, when you grow up in this kind of junk, broken thinking, a buddy of mine calls it our junk drawer that's in our head, and clearly this is not a place we should go alone. But when you grow up with that kind of discord intellectually, your whole life, again, is about striving, and then your spiritual life becomes the same thing. God, if I'm good enough. God, if I serve enough. God, if I do this. God, if I do that. None of that makes sense. None of that resonates in here.
It would have been very, very easy when it got ugly. And ugly means things like hate mail, threats, stuff left in my mailbox. We've got cats. If we'd had dogs, I'd have been afraid to let them outside. My kids were too young to know what was going on, but we would not have lasted if they had been old enough to know. It's just the worst human behavior I'd ever experienced.
So tonight's stories of starting over. I mean, gosh, we got a little deep tonight. Sometimes we have funny. Not that we had moments of funny, but we really tapped into what it means to be human tonight, to resist change, to sit in the middle of a story and think, what the crap, and to soldier on through. And I think that oh God, what's more beautiful than the story of your life? And that's what we shared here tonight. So please give it up for all of our storytellers.